All right, so I have a special treat for you today. JCP, new millionaire, and he's coming off his best month, making over $250,000 last month on top of his previous best month, $98,000 in profits the previous month. If you click below, we did an interview a while ago in Japan. It was very good. Sorry for the iPhone quality, but this one is even more in depth, especially now because he's taken the next level in his education and his trading. I think it's very illuminating, and he's also now Jack's analyst in Power Signal Indicator. If you click the link below, you can join that so you can get JCP's research, his commentary, his plays, and you can learn a lot. But this is what's awesome. You know, this guy is a former security guard. Pay attention to this video, take notes, because his journey has so many lessons and you could be next. Also, congratulate JCP in the comments below and let me know if you're going to be dedicated, if you're going to be next. What's up, Tim Sykes, Millionaire Mentor with JCP, new millionaire who has been on fire, and I want you to really pay attention to what he says in this video. Just explain to them, what have you done like the past 2 months as we're filming this? We're filming this in January of 2025. Happy New Year.
Yeah, so the past 2 months, man, the market has heated up so much. November was, to that date, my best month, $98,000. Almost a six-figure month. In profits, yeah. And then December, $260,000 month. So really grateful for the opportunity that we have right now, and it looks like it's going to keep on going for the next few weeks, months. So
for the year 2024, how much did you make total?
I made just under $700,000 in profits, like 693 or something like that.
So overall now you're what, one and a half?
I'm at 1.5, yeah, 1.5 million.
So think about this though. Awesome job. Congratulate him in the comments below. Basically 700,000 on the year.
Yeah. And
in the last 2 months, it was like 360. So half your year was the last 2 months.
Yeah, it was crazy. Didn't expect that.
No, but this is the beauty of a hot market. So like some people say like, oh, you know, you just want to be a millionaire, you want to focus on these trades, but you got to push it when the market is hot.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, you have to. Jack Kellogg always says, when the market is hot, nothing else matters, guys.
Jack, FYI, can we use the screenshots of him going to bed at like 8 p.m.? Literally, look at these screenshots that Jack sent. Going to bed at 8 p.m., waking up at 2, 3 a.m., no alarm. Just tell them what happened last night, because we got into Boston last night. You were supposed to stay at his house.
Yeah, I was supposed to stay at Jack's house, but the market's so hot that I got in so late that he's like, just get a hotel, buddy. I'll see you the next day.
And he got in at 10 p.m. It's not like you got in like at 2 or 3 in the morning.
You got to get your sleep when you're making $1.5 million a month, you know?
So Jack had a $1.4 million a month last month. If you actually click the link below, the three of us are doing a webinar, which we're going to post, and I want you to watch it. Learn from traders, not just at any time, but specifically in hot markets. This is when you really push it. Mea culpa, I'm not doing that great. I actually had a red month in December. Trying to trade from Asia, ended up getting sick, really sick. So trading from the other side of the world, doing charity during the day, getting sick, it was a mess. Don't learn from me in December, learn from this guy in December. What did you do that was so good that made you $250,000 on the month?
I think what I did the best was focusing on what I was good at. I wasn't trying to do stuff that I hadn't had success with. I focused on breakouts, and there were so many breakouts going on in the last 2 months that I just solely focused on that, and I got rewarded for it big time.
What were some of your biggest wins?
Biggest wins were like, the biggest one was like 15K. You know, I was just knocking out, you know, doubles, triples here and there. MVST 15,000, BTQQF another 15,000. It wasn't like one huge winner that, you know, I made all my money on. It was just like a bunch of different setups coming day after day.
What was the mistake you made at the end of the month that could have put you at 300,000 for the month?
Yeah, I overstayed on a breakout that kind of failed a little bit. So BBAI, I was up like $30,000, and I got round tripped on. I don't know if you guys saw when Jack tweeted, "What's the game plan?" He asked me, and I said, "Get richer." That was the absolute top right there. Absolute top.
What a surprise when your answer is get richer.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're saying that your gains are 15,000 and you have something that's double, what was going through your mind where you're like, I don't want to lock in 30,000?
You know, honestly, when you're on that type of streak, you just get blinded by greed. You feel invincible. You feel like, you know, it can't go down. I'm up 30K. It's not gonna go back to break even, but that's exactly what happened. The market tops, everybody tax selling, and I was too slow to react. And unfortunately, I got left holding the bag a little bit.
Even though I was texting you.
Yeah, Sykes was telling me 2 days in advance, hey man, BBAI always screws me over. You should sell. I didn't listen to him.
Certain tickers screw me over. So, I'm, again, not the hottest trader right now. Red month for the month of December, which is embarrassing. But, it happens. Still finished up solidly for the year, roughly 300,000. But at the same time, certain tickers you'll get experience with, good and bad. Like, I don't do well with BBAI. So people have asked me in the challenge webinars, I'm like, no, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm done with it. Versus other plays where I usually do well. Do you have any favorite stocks?
Fannie Mae is probably my favorite stock ever. But Tim is right. There's some stocks that just have a nasty personality and they trade so choppy and they just like to steal your money. So
what's a nasty personality play for you?
BBAI is definitely one. SOUN, before it broke out, it was very choppy. I had almost all in at sub $5 and they made me puke my shares for a loss.
So a lot of these AI plays is a good lesson. They're great, but they're so choppy. SOUN, BBAI, GXAI, went from the 1s to the 7s, came all the way back down to the 2s.
Yeah, crazy moves.
It's crazy how these AI plays don't really hold their gains. Conversely, quantum stocks, at least so far, just keep going. So I know a lot of short sellers where they thought that the quantum stocks were going to go up and then come down like AI plays, but the quantum stocks keep going.
They just get an endless bid and they just have nowhere top in sight.
And they have no business.
Yeah.
Literally RGTI, LAES. I was buying LAES in the 220s.
Man, I cannot believe I had RGTI at 150 and it's at $20 now. Crazy.
This is the thing. There's so many plays. It's not like you're nailing every play.
No.
It's, you're taking what you can, but there's near unlimited plays right now. Every single day, 5, 10, 15 plays up 50 to 100%.
Yeah, when you try to nail all of them, you end up doing the opposite and you just miss all of them. So you want to just focus on what you're good at and just narrow in on that. And I promise you that in this type of market, you will get rewarded.
So 1 or 2 trades at a time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for me, these markets might be more, a little bit more.
How many?
I average a lot of trades a day right now, maybe over a dozen.
But how many different tickers?
Oh, tickers? Maybe 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's not like you're trading 20 different tickers.
No. Some of these tickers have so much range that you can just focus on them for a couple of days.
And it's good to lock in profits along the way. These AI plays, they're scary. A lot of these plays, they go up and down so fast. Are you back to break even on BBAI? Where's your BBAI?
I'm break even right now. It's right at my entry price.
Are you selling any?
Not yet. I'm sticking to my thesis. Sticking to the thesis here.
Patience. I don't have patience. As happened, I was buying NITO. The thing tripled from my buy. I locked in a few $100s. CRNC doubled from my buy. I locked in a few $100s. This is what's been happening to me lately. I've been on the right track, but I haven't really had patience. What gives you the confidence to stick around?
I think just because I've had success with it and a lot of experience. So the more that you do this, the more that your confidence builds up, especially if you have success and you just keep on getting better and better. November, 100K month, I thought that was awesome. I did not see a 260K month right around the corner, It's that type of stuff that really gives you the confidence that you can continue doing this and actually build a strong and long career off of it.
It's kind of eye-opening with each new milestone and you're oh, this is possible, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it took me a long time to get the first million, and to get to half a million more, it took me 7 months. It's crazy. It's crazy how when you put in the work and you sacrifice a lot of your time and effort, you actually get rewarded in the end.
This is the beauty of trading. It's not a 9-to-5 job. You don't just get paid the same amount every year. And many people have jobs, they get 10, 20% raises. You literally can make 100 times your money. I mean, Jack made 180 times his Roth IRA.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is cool.
10,000 to what? 1.5 million?
1.8.
1.8 million. My goodness.
And he just sent me a screenshot today. He's actually he's at 1.8 million. 1.8.
1.9 almost.
1.88. So 188 times his gains. Understand, this is what I want for you guys, to make the 6 figures in a month or 6 figures in a day like Jack, to grow your account exponentially. But both Jack and JCP and every top trader that I know struggled in the beginning. Jack was down roughly 20 grand his first 18 months. What's the difference between being down 20 grand the first 18 months and now? What do you think the difference is for Jack?
Probably a lot of experience. Like you've seen these patterns again and again and again. You get that pattern recognition and you just are able to size in a lot quicker.
And you, right? Like you didn't make a lot in the first few years.
No, not.
What's the difference between the first few years, JCP, and now?
The first couple of years, I didn't really know like what I was good at. I was just kind of trading whatever, day one gappers or like a dip buy. I didn't have any type of like consistency, but when I started focusing on breakouts and breakouts only, that's when I really started to get consistency in this game.
So you found what you're good at?
Yeah, for 100%, yeah. Like I do not like to short sell. I never short sell because I always lose. Like 9 out of 10 times if I short, I lose. So I stay away from that short button.
I mean, I made millions shorting, but I think it's too risky, especially for newbies. But this is what I want for you guys. Like, you need to hear it from people like JCP, from Jack, not just myself. It's experience. You have 2 accounts. Do you agree with this? You have a knowledge account and your brokerage account.
For sure, yeah.
And you have to grow your knowledge, you have to grow your experience account, and then it overflows in your brokerage account.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you could do this trade, like if you saw this trade when you were first starting, you'd probably screw it up.
Oh, for sure. And not only would I screw it up.
It's the same trade.
Yeah, same trade. But like now I have all the experience and confidence to like make the trade count. Like if it's an A+ setup, I have no problem or hesitation, sizing up and trying to maximize the opportunity. But like in the beginning, it's so difficult because you're not used to it. You haven't seen it enough times to be able to react so quickly.
Well, you don't know what an A+ setup is.
Yeah, you don't know what an A+ setup is at that point.
You need to see this stuff. And this is why I'm on you guys where, okay, you might not be trading with the size that JCP or Jack is trading with. That's fine. It's good to trade small in the beginning while you're learning what is an A+ setup for you.
Exactly.
Every single person watching this is a little different. Half the people watching this love short selling. That's fine for you, although be careful, you probably will blow up. Okay? But it's okay to like morning panics. Some people like breakouts. You really have to find what works for you and your time zone and your personality.
Exactly. And maybe you have a job, you can't really stick around during the whole market time. So maybe swing trading will be better for you than day trading. You just don't know until you try enough things. Like I remember Tim always saying in the beginning, you're a scientist, find out what you're good at. Try this, try that, and then you have all this data that you can like look back on and you can like zone in, okay, I lose money here. Oh, okay, I make money here. And that's your blueprint right there.
And then also the markets are changing too.
Yeah.
So some people say like, well, I lose, but it could just be the market
For
too.
sure, yeah.
Right now, I mean, unless you're a short seller, like it's really tough to lose a lot. I might have had a small red month in December, but even I was like, there were opportunities. I was just sick and in the wrong time zone, and I sized in, I zigged when I should zag, I zagged when I should zig. But even then, the loss was small in comparison to my overall gains. It's really tough not to see this stuff if you're tuning in every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every day there's a 50, 100, 200% runner.
Yeah, sometimes it's so hard to just keep up with all of them.
How are you keeping up?
I have a lot of screens at home. I have like a lot of screen space, so that's kind of what helps me monitor them all.
Does your fiance, does she recognize a change in you the past few weeks?
She's noticing that I've been going to sleep like at 8, 9 o'clock. So I've been in California for all December visiting family, so I've been waking up like at 1 a.m. there. So I'm like, babe, sorry, I gotta go to sleep. Gotta be up in the morning.
And so does she stay up?
Yeah, she usually stays up a lot later than me, for sure.
I mean, it's tough to go to bed at like 8 or 9
I know, man, it's so tough, especially when you have like a relationship like that. It's hard to give trading everything.
What can people do to speed up their learning curve to get, obviously like screen time matters, seeing this stuff, but how do you like speed up time?
So you really want to find like a mentor, a proven mentor that can show you like some type of blueprint. It's so hard to do it on your own because you're just gonna like pay the price for stuff that you don't know, that you can just, find a mentor that already has gone through those problems. They've already gone through those losses and they can share them with you and they can show you a path that'll definitely quicken your success.
Agreed, 100%. Okay,
Yeah.
This is what I always say. I can't guarantee you that you're going to be my next millionaire student. All I guarantee you is that I'm going to teach you everything I've learned over 25 years, and that will help speed up your education. If you try to do this on your own, You'll try, you'll lose, you might even win, but you won't necessarily know the lessons and you won't really build a foundation of knowledge. You're in the building world right now. I always say that you're a scientist, you need to find like different data to optimize. You're also in the construction world, okay? You're building right now and you gotta build a foundation. 99% of people watching this, you're at the very beginning. If you don't build a foundation, it doesn't matter what you do, it's all gonna topple. If you're in construction, you know the foundation matters the most.
Exactly,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
like you have a really good foundation because you studied and you gained experience and now you're putting it all together in a hot market.
I also was grateful to find the right mentors. When I met Jack, I think it was like in 2020, and after I met Jack, I had like my first 6-figure year. It wasn't like a huge 6-figure year, but still 6 figures. And yeah, just being around, great traders and like great mentors, it'll speed up the process a lot.
We'll post a link to the challenge below and to Power Signal Indicator and Jack's newsletter. Use all of these tools, okay? Invest your time, invest your money into your education. That's how it pays exponentially.
Yeah.
People always say, like, what do I put my money into? Put it into your education. Not just money, but time. It doesn't matter if you have a newsletter subscription, you don't actually study, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How many videos have you studied?
Ooh, so many, man. You made too many back in the day.
I still make a lot.
I still have your DVDs.
I still make a lot, but I think it's good to overshare than undershare because there's so many lessons, right?
Yeah, I remember, getting back from my 9 to 5. My first job was at a grocery store making like $10 an hour. I would get off like at 9:30. I would go home and watch Tim's videos like till the sun rose.
I didn't know you worked at a grocery store. I thought you were just a security guard.
No, that was my first job out of high school. Yeah.
So you worked at a grocery store and security guard?
Yeah.
Two
I
jobs.
did. 2 jobs, yeah.
Jack sold pillows and was an EMT. Right?
He was an EMT, I didn't know that.
And he's a valet. He had 3 jobs. Evan Shunk, he just had a $40,000 day yesterday, or a $45,000 day. And he's like, oh, this is so great. I was like, don't get cocky. Remember your pizza days. He used to be a cashier at a pizza place.
No, man.
And then he posted some screenshots of little dancing pizza slices.
That's what happens when you have like a 9 to 5 and you're putting work behind the scenes, you can get out of that. A lot of traders come from that type of background, and they just study really hard, they put in the work, and they just don't give up.
Stratty is a former gym teacher.
He just quit his job too.
Debatable whether gym teachers are actually teachers. What do you think? Where do you stand on that debate?
I don't see them as teachers. No.
Thank you! I did a poll and almost everyone said they're real teachers. I was like, you're climbing a rope, you're like, what, do 100 jumping jacks?
Are you going to teach me how to kick a ball or something?
Yeah, exactly. Don't even get me started. Anyways, Chris Shunk, who just had a $1.3 million year, did you see that?
I saw that, yeah.
Former music teacher, okay? Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
it's just
great.
these things. I mean, Mari was like scooping ice cream at her like cousin's spot in Colombia when she first started. Like, you don't need financial experience. That's the beautiful thing. It actually helps to have a job so that you know how crappy most jobs are.
Yeah.
Like, did you like working in the grocery store or being a security guard?
Not too much, but it definitely humbles you when you look back at it. And that's why I think that's also part of the success. You get to see both sides, but you can see that in trading, the grass is always going to be greener.
But also, you have to understand, this is not hourly, right? So a lot of people who are starting right now, they're like, hey, I want to get paid right away, then I'll study. It doesn't work like that. Most of my top students, most of the top traders I know, don't make anything in the beginning. You get paid 0 hourly. But again, you're building a foundation of knowledge. If you take it seriously, you're dedicated, you have 6-figure months. How long would it take you to make $250,000 as a grocer? 10 years?
Probably, yeah.
Like 7 years?
10 years, exactly.
And he's doing it in 1 month. So like,
crazy.
The upside is huge if you have the dedication to really push it. And now we'll see. I don't want you to get cocky,
no,
but
definitely not.
I can see the little wheels in his head. He's thinking $500,000 a month. He wants a $500,000 a month.
Eventually, yeah. But the best trades come to you. You don't force them.
Thank you. Why do so many people say like, I want to make $100,000, I want to make $1 million? Focus on one trade at a time.
Yeah, usually my biggest trades, like they come out of nowhere. Like I don't expect them. They just show up. Like somebody, like they're knocking at your door, and you just got to take advantage of them when they're there.
I mean, this is the thing. You take it one trade at a time. So many people are like, how long is this hot market going to last? I don't know, and I don't care. If there's a hot trade, I'll be ready. If there's no hot trades, I'll be grateful that I get to sleep and rest.
And you can always grow that knowledge account when the market is slow. It's a key to getting better in this game for sure.
So when the market was slow, did you find yourself studying more?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was watching YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff, reading books, whatever it takes.
It's tougher to study outside of the market hours during the hot market.
Oh, way harder. You just don't have the motivation to do it because you're so busy during the day. Yeah, you're so tired.
I'm exhausted when the market closes.
I mean, like the past, month and a half, 2 months, 15-hour days, nearly.
It's literally every single day.
Crazy.
I'm grateful. So we had New Year's Day off. Former President Jimmy Carter just died, so we have January 9th off. I don't know.
I saw that.
For his funeral. And then we have MLK Day, January 20th off.
Oh man, 2 days off this month. Great.
Three days off. So,
days off in this market, man, they're kind of a blessing sometimes.
I mean,
you get to reset a little bit.
You can hear I'm still coughing. I'm still not 100%. But when the market is hot, you gotta push it. That's the thing. Not even money-wise, just education-wise. I remember during the hot market of 2020, 2021, Huddy, another one of the millionaire students, he was doing so great. He's making 20, 30, 50,000 a day. And then he's like, let's all go skiing. And he was trying to get the other millionaire students to go skiing. I was like, you want to sabotage your education? By all means, be my guest. Don't you take anybody else down. He went skiing, nobody else went, and he later regretted it. He said it cost him $100,000 because he missed some trades and he missed the education. Every day that there's a good play, you get an education. You're learning what works. Yeah. AI, is it crypto? Is it drone plays? Is it quantum? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
The last day of 2024, everything tanked 20, 30%. I thought that might be the beginning of a new trend. Did you think that too?
I 100% thought that the market was over. Yeah, because everything was selling off so hard. Yeah.
But we had the first day of trading in 2025 was a little slow. Things were trying to recover. Now we're here in the second day of trading. Everything's right back.
Yeah, everything's back. The bull market's back. QQs are back. Quantum's still going up.
So sometimes, you think the trend changes, but it could just be an aberration. It could be that the last day of trading in 2024, for tax purposes, people positioning, maybe people are just a little scared. But again, if the market was going to slow down, I'd be fine with that. If it doesn't, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, if the market slows down, you also got to learn how to play defense and put your guard up so you don't give back your gains that you've worked so hard for the last year. And then you don't want to start the year off, on a super red note either. So being able to play defense is also very important.
So because I had a red month in December, I'm glad you brought this up, I'm playing defense. And I've been in several of the biggest winners, whether it's KITT or CRNC or NITO. Those are my 3 stocks so far in 2025. Profited on all of them, small profits. I'm up roughly $2,000 between the 3 of them. Some people will be like, oh God, that's terrible. You sold them all too soon. I'm playing defense. I'm being very careful. What is KITT at?
KITT.
Is it back to 350? Tell me it's not. Come on.
307.
Good. So KITT is one of these AI plays or robot plays, and it's coming down a little bit. You got to lock it in. What's NITO down to? NITO. NITO. I was buying it at $2.30. $2.30? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it hit 350. I started buying this at 89 cents. And I added at 84 cents.
I was trying to buy this yesterday, but I was flying. I saw it at 93 cents, and I didn't have any internet on the airplane. So I missed the big gapper there, unfortunately.
So if you actually click the link below, I went over NITO and TGL. That'll be on YouTube first before we post this. But you can see. So every day there's plays. One last question for you. What can people do to really maximize 2025?
In order to maximize 2025, I think you just have to work harder than you've ever have. The setups are there, but it really just comes down to you as a person. I have this saying that the harder you work, the luckier you're going to get. So put in as much work as you can, guys. Study as much as you can. There's so much content out there for you to capitalize on that, it just comes down to hard work at the end of the day.
And again, work hard, study hard by all means, but use these kinds of cheat codes to get ahead, okay? If you click the link below, join my challenge. You get access to my webinars, not just live webinars, archive webinars. Jack Kellogg has given 70 plus archive webinars. Tim Grittani has given 80 plus archive webinars, okay? These guys are the GOATs, and you can learn from their live trading. I mean, in one of the webinars, Tim Gertani made like 100 grand live, which was pretty cool. I was in the same stock and I sold it too soon, obviously.
It's really weird watching like trading tickers now. You're like, wow, he's up like $20,000, $30,000. And now fast forward 10 years later, now I'm in those shoes and I'm like, oh, 20K, wow.
When you were first watching trading tickers, how much were you like up or down?
Oh, I wasn't even profitable at that time. I was probably like under 10K in profits overall.
So you were like, oh my God, 25K.
That was like at the beginning of my journey for sure. And I would see like, whoa, this is what's possible.
And now you're at, a few years later, same level.
Yeah, exactly.
This can happen to you, but again, like JCP said, you have to put in the time. Study the DVDs, study the video lessons, study the webinars. Click another link below for Power Signal Indicator. JCP, just explain what you're doing for Power Signal.
Yeah, so with Power Signal, we focus on plays more like towards the end of the day that we see potential. You know, the ones that have been trading like a lot of volume, I try to identify the best opportunity overnight. And you know, for the last few months since we started the Power Signal Indicator, we've had a lot of great plays that a lot of members have been able to capitalize on. And then I also go over, you know, what I'm watching that day, the previous night, my watch list in detail. I make some videos for you guys too. A lot of the members saying how much they love them and how much they're benefiting from them. So I'm glad that I'm able to give some type of value back to the community.
And this is the beautiful thing, okay? You're coming to us at a very good point where it's not just me teaching. Now other self-made traders, they're helping the community. So you're kind of like standing on the shoulders of all of us, and we can help speed up your education. Watch all of JCP's videos, watch all of Jack's videos, watch all of my videos. I know it's a lot, but it is the best way to gain experience. Obviously, putting the screen time too, seeing these plays in real time helps too, but you can study the past. And never before possible was all of this education, okay? Like, you could not achieve all of this knowledge this fast. And it helps prepare you for the future. So at night, on weekends, whenever you can, study. Stop playing video games. Stop watching Netflix. Stop watching fantasy films pretending that like your life can't be better, because it can't. You are in control of your life. Like, what do your friends and your family think with all of this going on?
They ask me a lot of questions now, for sure. Like, what should I buy? And I'm like, go study some videos.
Yeah, buy some videos, right?
Yeah, but they're very happy for me. I'm grateful that I was able to show them that what I was capable of, because you know, a lot of people who are close to you, people who love you in the beginning, you know, those are going to be the people to tell you that, you know, you should go a different journey. But it's because at the end of the day, they care about you a lot, right? But yeah, I definitely didn't go the route that my family wanted me to go to.
What did they want you to do?
They wanted me to go to college, you know, get a regular job, but I remember going to orientation and I just never went back.
You got to find what works for you. This is the beautiful thing with trading. It doesn't matter how much money or how little money you have, how much or how little knowledge you have, especially financial. All it takes is an open mind and then using these new tools. Like, we have more tools than ever, and you can really speed up your education. And in this hot market, you put it to work. It's pretty crazy. So congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Everyone congratulate JCP on all of his success. Leave some comments below. Watch this video again. Click some links below. Get into Power Signal Indicator. Get into the challenge. Watch our last video in Japan. This was when, you know, we first crossed $1 million. This was what, like $500,000 ago?
Yeah, it was.
And this was just a few months ago.
September,
like, this was 3 months ago, and he had just crossed $1 million. Like, it's crazy how it adds up when you really have, you know, knowledge meeting opportunity, preparation meeting opportunity. That is really the key. So we're trying to prepare you. We're trying to get you on our level. It does take time. Don't think that you're going to be a millionaire overnight, but you invest your time and money into your education, the sky's the limit.
For sure, 100%. You can't rush the process, guys, but that knowledge account, it compounds very quickly if you put in the work.
Study up!
Study!